Are you drinking plain water every single day and wondering why your energy is still low, your joints still ache, and your blood flow still feels like it's running through old rusty pipes? What if I told you that plain water, the very thing you've been told is the healthiest habit, is actually a missed opportunity after 60, and that adding one tiny seed to it could change everything? Stay with me, because what I'm about to share has genuinely transformed the health of hundreds of my patients over the age of 60. And most doctors aren't talking about this. I'm Dr. Emily Carter, a urologist with 12 years of experience helping men over 60 reclaim their vitality, strength, and confidence. I've worked with thousands of men who thought their best days were behind them. What I've discovered is that it's almost never too late to restore circulation, energy, and function when you give the body what it actually needs. Before we dive in, hit that like button and drop a comment telling me where you're watching from. I love hearing from men all over the world who are taking their health seriously. It means everything. Now, let's talk about what's really happening inside your body after 60, and why your plain glass of water, as good as it is leaving so much on the table. Here's the uncomfortable truth. After 60, your blood vessels begin to stiffen. The inner lining of your arteries, called the endothelium, starts losing its ability to produce nitric oxide, which is the molecule responsible for relaxing and widening your blood vessels. When your vessels can't dilate properly, blood flow slows down. And when blood flow slows down, everything suffers. Your heart works harder, your muscles get less oxygen, your brain feels foggy, your energy crashes. And yes, gentlemen, blood flow affects every function you care about, including the ones you don't like to talk about out loud. On top of that, chronic low-grade inflammation begins to settle into the vessel walls. Think of it like rust building up inside a pipe. The pipe doesn't burst right away. It just gets narrower and narrower until one day, flow is barely a trickle. That's what's happening inside millions of men over 60 right now, and most of them have no idea because they feel okay. Not great, not vibrant, just okay. And then there's oxidative stress. Free radicals attacking your cells faster than your body can repair them. After 60, your natural antioxidant defenses decline significantly. Your body needs outside reinforcements. It needs concentrated, bioavailable compounds that can cross into the bloodstream quickly and go to work immediately. Plain water hydrates, but it doesn't fight inflammation. It doesn't boost nitric oxide. It doesn't neutralize free radicals. That's not a criticism of water. Water is essential. But after 60, your body is fighting battles that water alone simply cannot win. And that is exactly where this seed comes in. The seed I'm talking about is sabja, also known as basil seed or tukmaria. Not to be confused with chia seeds, though they share a family resemblance. Sabja seeds have been used in traditional medicine across South Asia and the Middle East for centuries. But what's exciting is that modern science is now catching up and validating what healers knew long ago. These tiny black seeds, when soaked in water for just 10 to 15 minutes, transform into a gel-coated powerhouse of bioactive compounds that your circulatory system is absolutely starving for. Let's break this down properly, because I want you to understand not just what to do, but why it works. Because when you understand the why, you actually do it consistently. The first reason sabja seeds are extraordinary for blood flow is their flavonoid content, specifically orientin and vicinin. These are two of the most potent anti-inflammatory flavonoids found in any food. Biologically, what they do is suppress the production of pro-inflammatory cytokines, the chemical signals that trigger inflammation inside your vessel walls. Think of your blood vessels like a garden hose. Inflammation is like someone stepping on that hose from the outside. Orientin and vicinin tell the body to release that pressure. When the inflammation calms down, the vessel walls relax, blood moves more freely, and your heart doesn't have to work as hard to push it through. Emotionally, this matters enormously. When circulation improves, men tell me they feel warmer in their hands and feet. They feel mentally sharper. They feel less of that heavy, sluggish tiredness that's been dragging them down. Practically, all you need is 1 tablespoon of sabja seeds soaked in a full glass of water for 15 minutes, consumed in the morning on an empty stomach. The gel that forms around the seeds is where a significant portion of the bioactive compounds are released, so drink the whole thing. gel and all. I had a patient named Robert, 67, a retired engineer from Ohio. He came to me complaining of constant fatigue, cold extremities, and what he described as brain fog so thick I can't think straight by noon. He had tried every supplement stack he'd read about online. Nothing moved the needle. I asked him to try sabja water every morning for 30 days. Nothing else changed. 6 weeks later, he sat down in my office and said, "Dr. Carter, I feel like my circulation turned back on." His follow-up blood work showed a meaningful reduction in his CRP levels. That's a key marker of systemic inflammation. He wasn't surprised anymore. He was just grateful. The second mechanism is the effect of sabja seeds on nitric oxide production. Sabja seeds are rich in magnesium, a mineral that is critically deficient in most men over 60, largely because modern diets are stripped of it. Magnesium is a cofactor for the enzyme that produces nitric oxide in your endothelial cells. No magnesium, no nitric oxide. No nitric oxide, no vessel dilation. Biologically, when you restore magnesium levels, you're essentially giving your blood vessels back their ability to open up on demand. It's like WD-40 for the circulatory system. Emotionally, the restoration of nitric oxide production has cascading effects that men deeply care about. Physical performance, endurance, and yes, erectile function, since erections are fundamentally a blood flow event. Practically, the magnesium in sabja seeds is highly bioavailable, meaning your gut absorbs it efficiently, especially when it's delivered through that soaked gel matrix in water. You're not taking a pill. You're drinking a living, hydrating, mineral-rich solution that your body recognizes as food. And number 3, and this is the one most men completely overlook, is the alpha-linolenic acid content in sabja seeds. This is a plant-based omega-3 fatty acid, and it plays a direct role in reducing blood viscosity. Think about what thick blood means for circulation. Imagine trying to push honey through a narrow straw versus water. Thick, viscous blood is harder to pump, harder to oxygenate, and more likely to form dangerous clots. Alpha-linolenic acid helps thin the blood naturally, not in a dangerous way, but in a way that restores fluidity and flow. Biologically, it also feeds the cells lining your blood vessel walls, helping them maintain their flexible, elastic quality instead of becoming stiff and brittle. Emotionally, men with better blood viscosity report better stamina, better recovery after physical activity, and significantly improved morning energy. Practically, the fat-soluble compounds in sabja seeds are best absorbed when consumed with a small amount of healthy fat. So if you want to optimize this further, have your sabja water alongside a handful of walnuts or a small drizzle of olive oil in your morning meal. Let me tell you about Marcus, 71, who came in after his cardiologist told him his circulation was concerning. Marcus was disciplined. He walked every day, ate reasonably well, didn't smoke. But his blood flow markers were poor. He started sabja water in the morning and made no other changes for the first month. When he came back, his peripheral circulation had measurably improved. He looked at me and said, "Doc, my hands haven't felt warm in years." That's not a coincidence. That's biology responding to the right input. The fourth thing sabja seeds do is address oxidative stress directly through their volatile oils, specifically eugenol, a powerful antioxidant that has been shown in research to protect endothelial cells from free radical damage. Remember the rust analogy I used earlier? Eugenol is the rust remover. It doesn't just prevent new damage, it helps repair what's already been compromised. Biologically, this means the inner lining of your blood vessels becomes healthier, smoother, and more responsive over time. Emotionally, this translates to the kind of gradual, steady improvement that men describe as feeling like myself again. Not a dramatic overnight shift, but a return of a baseline vitality they thought was gone forever. Practically, the eugenol in sabja is fat-soluble and heat-sensitive, which is why you never want to boil these seeds or add them to hot beverages. Always use room temperature or cool water. Soaked, never cooked. And finally, let's talk about blood sugar regulation, because blood sugar and blood flow are intimately connected in ways most people don't realize. When blood sugar spikes repeatedly, it damages the walls of blood vessels through a process called glycation. Essentially, sugar molecules stick to vessel proteins and make them stiff and dysfunctional. Sabja seeds contain a significant amount of soluble fiber, which slows glucose absorption dramatically. When you drink sabja water before or with your breakfast, you blunt that blood sugar spike. You protect your vessel walls from glycation damage. You keep insulin levels steady, which also reduces inflammation. Biologically, this is one of the most underappreciated benefits of this seed. Emotionally, stable blood sugar means stable energy, stable mood, and the absence of that mid-morning crash that sends men reaching for coffee and sugar and wondering why they feel worse by noon. Practically, drink your sabja water 15 to 30 minutes before your first meal of the day for maximum blood sugar benefit. Here is your simple action plan. Step 1. Buy food-grade sabja seeds, also sold as basil seeds or tukmaria, from any health store or online. Step 2. Every morning, soak 1 tablespoon in a full glass of cool water for 15 minutes. Stir once at the start and once before drinking. Step 3. Drink it on an empty stomach or 15 minutes before breakfast. Do this for 30 days consistently and pay attention to your energy, your warmth, your mental clarity, and your endurance. That's it. 1 tablespoon, 1 glass, every morning, 30 days. Gentlemen, if you've been frustrated, if you've tried supplements that didn't work, if you've accepted fatigue and poor circulation as just getting older, I want you to hear this directly from me. You are not broken. Your body is not failing you. It is simply under-resourced. It is asking for specific support that it is not getting from your current routine. The circulatory system is remarkably resilient. Given the right compounds, the right anti-inflammatory inputs, the right nitric oxide support, it responds. Men in their 60s, 70s, even 80s restore meaningful function when they stop accepting decline as inevitable and start giving their bodies what they need. It is never too late. Your vitality is not gone. It is waiting. If this video helped you, please like it right now and drop a comment below telling me where you're watching from and whether you've ever tried sabja seeds before. Share this with a man in your life who's been struggling with energy or circulation. You might genuinely change his day. And subscribe for weekly videos where I break down the exact science of men's health after 50 in plain, honest language. I'm Dr. Emily Carter, reminding you that after 50, vitality isn't lost. It's waiting to be awakened. Take care, and I'll see you in the next one.